Music is such a great part of the Black history period. Black history, amen. And so when we go back to the Underground Railroad, they will often use songs to communicate about what was getting ready to happen, amen. And my son talked about Harriet Tubman, who was the Moses. She was the person of the Underground Railroad. And so one of the songs that they used to communicate was a song that's Wade in the Water. Y'all remember that? Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. In the water. Trouble the water. Amen. Amen. I'm not an interpretive. I started to trouble. I can't do it like Latrice. Amen. And so coming up into the later in the 1800s, between 1865 and 1925, there was a university in Nashville, Tennessee called Fisk University. And they needed to raise some money. So the Fisk Jubilee Singers started to tour to raise money for the university, but they became really iconic during that time for singing Negro spirituals. And one of the Negro spirituals that they made popular even more and took into white audiences was Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Sweet low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. I think it goes, I looked over Jordan, is that right? And what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming for me, coming forth to carry me home. Amen. And that's another one of those code songs that was sang because of the Underground Railroad. When we move up through history, when we get into the 1920s, there's another person that comes on. There's so many notable people in Black history. I just pulled out a few. But there's a gentleman named Thomas Dorsey. And Thomas Dorsey started out as a blues player and singer. Amen. He played the piano. But he got converted. And he began to sing gospel music. But he was a revolutionary. Because the things that we find standard nowadays about clapping and swaying in the choir, those things almost got him put out the church. Because when he was playing for choirs, he started them with clapping and swaying. And he told them, put down your hymnals and your pages and learn these songs from memories. And I don't know about you, I grew up in the Baptist church, and you know how, if nothing else, maybe on the first Sunday you had to march in, the choir marched in on an anthem. But if you didn't march in then, you were going to march in on choir anniversary, amen. And you know, we had little moves. I grew up in the choir, amen. And so those were things that Thomas Dorsey introduced. We know him for songs like It's a Highway to Heaven. Y'all remember that one? Search Me, Lord. Peace in the Valley. And If I Could Hear My Mother Pray Again. But one that we really know him for is Precious Lord, Take My Hand. And I can't sing this like Bishop, but I'm going to put a verse out here and we're going to move on. Precious Lord, take my hand. Lead me on. Let me Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Okay.
And Sister Rosetta Tharpe was known for playing a guitar as well. And she did some very notable or famous recordings. Didn't It Rain? Didn't It Rain? I'm not singing that one, that's all I know. Just a Closer Walk with Thee. This Train.
Yes.
And one that I remember growing up hearing is I'm gonna lay down my burden.
Well,
Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden. Down by the riverside. Study one no more. She's gonna lay down my soul and she's down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down my soul and she's down by the riverside. Study one no more. Ain't no study. I ain't no study one no more. Ain't study one no more. 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 I'm gonna lay down my burden. I'm gonna lay down. I just like to go look. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Study one no Amen. And so, as we come up a little bit in history, and I'm almost finished here, you all know James Cleveland.
All right.
Amen. And we can't tell it all about the icon, James Cleveland, but we remember him for the Caravan. Say, Albertina Walker, Shirley Caesar, Dorothy Norwood.
Albertina Walker.
Amen. And I don't know them all, but I'm sure I missed somebody. Good thing they ain't here. We also know he is the one who played the music and helped to produce Aretha Franklin's very famous album, Amazing Grace. Amen. And he is the founder of the Gospel Music Workshop of America. Amen. But we know his songs, Peace Be Still, I Don't Feel No Ways Tired, Where Is Your Faith, The Love of God. He also redid Gladys Knight's Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. But one thing we sing and still sing today is God has smiled on me. God has smiled on me.
Yeah.
He has set me free. God has smiled on me. He's been good to me. Amazing grace.
Sing, Melba.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was blind. Now I'm found. 'Cause the power down, I see. like This Little Light of Mine and We Shall Overcome are two songs that were protest songs. They didn't originate in the civil rights movement, but the civil rights movement used those songs and they became anthems of the American civil rights movement. We can move up through town and James Brown says, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud," amen. But I want to close this with a song that I felt like just sums it all up. And this is a hymn that I grew up hearing. We've come this far, my faith. Leaning on the Lord. Trusting His holy word. Trusting His holy word. Never fails. He never fails.
Church, I hope that everyone